Father, we thank you, we worship you. We give you all glory for the wonderful day He has made. We return all glory to you in the name of Jesus.
We are so delighted. We are so honored. We are so overwhelmed. We don't know how to write our appreciation on this your August visit. Because never in the history of this school has such a thing happened. But I'm highly honored. Me and my counterpart, Mrs. Efrobi, for us to be the head teacher of this very great school when this August occasion is happening. We are saying welcome. God will sustain you. God will lead you. God will grant you the wisdom of Solomon. You will lead like Joshua of the old. No enemy will see you. As you remember this school, God will remember you in all your problems, in all challenges. This your administration will be a model to other governors. Wherever good things are mentioned, your name will be first. My governor, our amiable governor, we thank you. As you can see, we have Premier Primary School 1 and Premier Primary School 2, comprising of 800 pupils from Premier Primary School 1 and 230 pupils from Premier Primary School 2. If you look around our vicinity, we have little challenges. First of all, on entering our school, you can see the entrance is not what it should be. Again, we don't have good fence. We lack water because our sumo is not functioning for some period of time now. And we don't have school field, we don't have school farm as a result of land encroachment. So we are not doing physical education exercises here. Rather, are we doing practical agriculture here as a result of this? I don't know the history, I'm just a newcomer here. But as I was told that we have problem of land encroachment. We have problem of toilet facilities. We have problem of seats. We have problem of home ec lab, library, and the laboratory. And if you look around again, you can see the dilapidated building behind. It was once our classroom, but as regards to its nature, nothing can be done there. So we are pleading our amiable governor to save a soul here, because we know you are education friendly, and with your visitation here, we will have a cause to smile in the history of this school. Thank you, sir.
As I look in your faces, I can see the future. As I look in your faces, I'm seeing the future. If who are looking at us this way, in their faces, you might be looking at maybe future president of Nigeria, maybe future bank managing directors, maybe future professors, medical doctors, future teachers, businessmen, captains of industry. In your faces, I'm seeing all of this. This is the future. I don't know about the future. Yeah? Oh my God. We've come. I will be visiting lots of the schools, and I will be visiting them impromptu. I saw an inscription there that education is key. Education is the future. Education is not just the future, it is the present. And now that you just resumed this week, I'm just on I'm stopping by in several schools. From here now, I'm going to Ado Girls, Onisha. I'll be stopping by there, and I'll be stopping by in several schools. We have a big agenda because the future is education. Our present is education. It is the foundation. Human capital is Anambra's greatest asset. Our greatest asset is not our land. We have got very tiny piece of land. It's not the buildings that we have. It's not the money in the bank. Our greatest asset is the people. It is our people. The most entrepreneurial, the concentration, Anambra has the highest concentration of the most entrepreneurial people, at least in Africa. But for us to continue to be who we are and to fit into this 21st and 22nd century, which we must conquer, education is the foundation. Education is everything. Our goal in education is to be able to produce, in education and health, we are implementing major revolution in these two sectors in particular. And then we have the third leg, which is trying to take the vulnerable with us. But education is the one I talk about momentarily. And that is to say that unless we can give our children to have access to qualitative education, then we miss the future. And we will also be having the kind of education that is digital, because part of our vision, the Soludo solution, is to create Anambra and mainstream it to become a digital tribe. Never mind, I will say a few words to you. I will speak in Igbo. But this is our mission. We want to produce the human capital that is productive at home and exportable abroad. And to do that, we must have access. We must ensure quality. We must have education as the opportunity equalizer. Education equalizes opportunity between the rich and the poor. And part of the mission, part of our mission, our education policy, is to be able, the motto of our political party, our party happens to be progressive. We are the All Progressives Grand Alliance. And our motto is to be your brothers and sisters' keeper. Leave no one behind. Coincidentally, Anambra has got 4 categories, if you like, in terms of our primary and secondary schools. We have got the private schools run by private people. We have the private schools owned by the churches, what we call the mission private. We have the schools which government confiscated in the early 70s, which have been returned back to the mission, to the churches. And we call them the mission public schools. And then we have the public, the ones owned and run by the government. Of these 4 categories, it looks like the ones run by the government happen to be the weakest on the chain. The ones run by the government, such as this one, happen to be the weakest in the chain. And that is where the poorest of the poor are. The poorest of the poor, those who can afford it, are in some elite private schools or in some elite mission schools. But the public happen to be the weakest in the chain, and the system is as strong as the weakest link. The message I bring to you today is that this government, the solution, we have said that the solution is here. We are now launching a massive revolution to be able to bring our public sector educational system not just to be at par, but it should be the model to be emulated by the other sectors. Yes. Yes. We're going to fix the infrastructure massively in all our public schools. We're going to address their infrastructure deficiencies very massively, bring them at par and even higher to become the model that the private schools and the mission schools will have to be looking up to the public schools as the model. We have to remember, we want to reverse that trend. So rather than the public schools becoming the laggard, the public schools have to become the model. We want to reclaim and get back to the time when the children of the rich and the children of the poor attended the same school, taught by the same teachers. Because today we are creating two sets of citizenship. The children of the rich are in the elite private schools. The children of the poorest of the poor are condemned to poorly funded, poorly resourced public schools where there are no teachers. And the teachers, if they are there, most don't go to school, don't come to classes, and the quality is very poor. And therefore, you now have the children of the poor getting poor education, the children of the rich getting higher quality education. And then you have two classes of citizens, those who have and those who don't have. But education used to be the equalizer that will bridge the gap between the rich and the poor. Only if the children of the poor are given the same or better quality education can you cover the gap in the next generation. And we are determined to solve that in Anambra State. We are determined to do that. That is what this mission is all about. That is what this mission, leaving no one behind. And those who have been left behind for so long. You know, our education system in the country, when we take exams in JAM and then this, yes, Anambra comes first or second or this. But guess what? The schools that do much of those are either mission schools or private schools. Not much of the public schools. And the government will now rise up to its responsibility to provide that which we call the opportunity equalizer. So if you are going to private school, it will be by choice. It will not be because the government school is not working. And over the next coming months and years, because the decadence has happened over decades, we'll not fix them in one day. But subject to our resource constraint, we are prioritizing this. Education is key. We are interested in not only providing the infrastructure in these schools, we are interested in the outcome, the learning outcome. To make sure that these children, even in their nursery, primary 1, primary 2, can read and write, can count numbers, numeracy, and literacy. We want to raise our children up to become that digital tribe of our dream. And to begin with, we're going to be fixing your infrastructure. You see, we started off, I think we're probably the first in the country. You start off, a governor comes in office, and within the first 9 months, recruited 5,000 teachers. And these teachers were recruited based exclusively on the basis of merit. I think I can see one of them here. Without knowing anybody or knowing who knows anybody. If you are the best, we recruit you. That is the Anambra that we want to project to the world, where merit is considered above every other thing. Because the interest of the Anambra child is to be taught by the best teacher in the world, not to be taught by somebody from their village. And therefore, in recruiting teachers, we're not going to be asking you where you come from. If you are the best math teacher from Ekiti, or the best math teacher from Adamawa, or you are the best math teacher from Bangladesh or whatever, come and teach the Anambra children. That is our dream. Come and teach the Anambra children. That is our vision, because the future of these children, we're not going to have them back, on the basis of my teacher from my village and so on and so forth. And the starting point, let me tell you this. I will tell you, next tomorrow, I will be having meetings with your head teachers. I will be directly involved in this. We're going to come back to you. Even the teachers, you, the children, will also participate in doing the evaluation of the teachers. Because we're going to give them phone numbers. If the teachers don't come to school, they can call me. Yes. If they're not teaching you well, you can call me and tell me. Now that number, we're going to soon circulate the numbers. So the children, even from the children abroad, I was a professor in the US at some point. When you finish teaching, forms are circulated to the students to evaluate you, to grade you as a teacher. Yes, that's the way it works. So we're going to have this. We're going to have the communities involved in quality assurance. We're going to get technical crew in the schools for quality assurance. We're going to get the communities involved in ownership of the schools. Ndi Obosi, unu get onwelu school or just school this somewhere. You must participate. And when you participate in the chair, and they put Ndi Obosi unless you go and at the school. They have sold off the land belonging to the school. The children have nowhere to play. I even understand somebody has fenced the one across the road. Ndi chair, tell whoever fenced that, we are sending bulldozer to come and clear this tomorrow. This will not work. The children must have a playground. The land grabbers must go. And for those who are grabbing the lands of belonging to schools, even if you build a 100-story building, they were coming to pull it down. Once it is a land belonging to a school, whatever you build on that land, you are on your own. We are coming there to bring it down. We cannot mortgage the future of our children. They're not thinking about the future. They're not thinking about the future. You go and take the land where the children, great-grandchildren in the next 1,000 years will be brought up. Somebody will sell it and put money in his pocket, and then build 1, 2, 3, 4 on it and collect money and go. And you will die tomorrow. What happens to future generations? So each year, we are coming down to Obosi. And a lot of land encroachment on government schools in Obosi. And we are coming with our bulldozers. We are coming with our bulldozers. Anybody that has encroached on school land, we are going to bring that building down. We are going to bring it down and restore the space to our children. We must provide a future for these children. We must. Each year, you want to supervise them, clear this field because. Thank you. But you know, teaching is not just another job. Teaching is a vocation. Because the future of these little kids are in your hand. You're going to give much more. And ensure. We're going to have competition around the entire Anambra. We will be ranking the schools from the best performers to the least. We are developing the framework now. We'll be ranking all the schools, and you will not want premier primary school to come in. We are coming. We will test it. But today, I want to say this to you. Today we are beginning the journey. We are beginning a new journey. From this term onwards. You know, the Nigerian Constitution provides that we should have, as soon as practicable, number one, that they should have free, compulsory, and universal primary education, and that as soon as it's practicable to have free secondary education, as soon as it's practicable to have free university or tertiary education. But what has been happening in Anambra, for example, they said in a primary school up to JSS 3, not the free. Okay? That means all the tuition free. But not is the free. You know, it was a long list of other fees. Orientation, science and tech, exam fee, lesson fee, debates fee, portal fee, transferred pupils records fee. On the battle of or they can even that's not the free. Manande battle of I can have 1,650. Ndio cheer and I have 1,500. Now the public schools. Man they get free. Now primary school. Again a secondary school. They not JSS 1 to 3. Okwesele free. But they are paying over 5,000 in a list of more than 10 items. Pana bunka 200, nka 300, nka 400. More than 5,000 candidate JSS 1 to 3 now. The SS 1 to 3 are paying about 8,000. And maybe secondary school kita. But what we are launching today, beginning this term, and so far as I am on this chair, as governor of Anambra, now public school owned by government and run by government. What Obuna know from NURSERY to primary 6 to JSS 3. Nobody, none of them will be required under any circumstance to pay 1 kobo to anybody. Nobody. Okay? We will tell you how we will assist you to survive. Okay? But no more. These little children, these little kids, we're not going to charge them a kobo. Once they are in government school, once you are in government school, nobody is going to charge you to pay 1 kobo. Okay? Nobody is going to charge you to pay 1 kobo. Once you are in government school, more portal fee, more science and tech, or whatever, and so on and so forth, all is going to be listening. I went through primary school myself, and we did all these subjects, and nobody charged us anything extra. You walk into school and free of charge. This was immediately after the Civil War. We went through all of this. We want to bring that back. We want to bring that back to our school system. Okay? We are going to restore the pride in teaching. We are going to restore the pride in teaching. I want to thank you all. Let us finish.
18,000. So after 18,000, after the interview, we come down to 8,000. After documentation, 5,000 teachers. We call ourselves the solution teachers, and we are proud of you. God will continue to bless you. Wherever you go, our God will bless you. You will not lie. I thank you. Thank you, my able governor. The last governor, once is 25.
My able governor, since I became an individual of Anambra State, your tenure was the very first time recruitment was conducted on merit. Yes, sir. And somebody like me was able to get the employment. I'm grateful, sir. God bless you and reward you all the days of your life. Yes, Lord.